because again, she's another member of the family that's done nothing wrong here, very, innocent party. So they were, of course, anxious that the same was going to happen.
They flew into London for David Beckham's 50th, then skipped the Cotswolds party, the Bordeaux jet run, and the Paris dinner. Silence that hit like a headline. Add an anniversary caption switch, thinking only the in-laws, plus a pointed Miss You fishing album, and suddenly the feud had receipts. Stay with me as we decode the full timeline, the wedding dress rumor, Cloud 23's last all-in moment, the 11 missed milestones, and that Sussex comparison to reveal what the Instagram breadcrumbs really say. When a brand is built on family, one missed birthday week can break it. Silence is loud. We'll unpack the full feud timeline, decode the Instagram breadcrumbs, revisit the wedding dress rumor, track the Cloud 23 moment, and explain the April-May silence, ending with a real lesson about fame, loyalty, and online narratives. We'll follow the receipts. If your family becomes your brand, who gets to be the CEO of loyalty? Parents, partners, or you? Drop your take in the comments, then listen closely to the timeline. Choose your lens. Before the feud, there was a launch, a baby, a wedding, a brand. Brooklyn's birth and that 1999 purple suit moment didn't just celebrate family, they framed a public identity with expectations attached. When your name is a logo, every birthday becomes marketing, and every silence becomes a statement. Pressure compounds.
I'm born into one of the most famous couples in the world, and very proudly displayed Brooklyn in this purple suit.
From day one, milestones doubled as messages. Affection met audience, and audience became leverage. Romance and reputation marched together. Scrutiny followed. 2 tracks, 1 road. Inevitably, if your family overlaps with your work, draft boundaries early and revisit them often before the internet drafts them for you. Now picture Madrid, 2004. Headlines swirling, a young family juggling distance, duty, and dignity. Allegations, reported widely, cut close. Humiliation stings harder when the world is watching. Victoria leans on Brooklyn. The bond tightens. Roles shift, and the private healing goes public by default. Protect the core.
There were reports and allegations of him having relations with Rebecca Lewis. Victoria obviously hit the roof. It was very humiliating and embarrassing for her. So she went and joined him, along with Brooklyn.
After crisis rewires loyalty maps. It turns kids into confidants and spouses into press officers. The internet never forgets. Families shouldn't either, at least not their rules. In any crisis, set rules privately before you post publicly. Clarify who speaks, who doesn't, and when the conversation ends. Years later, a small moment says it all. 2013, an awards night. A mother calling her son the most handsome man in the room. That's not just pride, it's positioning. Brooklyn becomes the reliable presence, the man of the house, while schedules and storms roll through. Boundaries sustain love.
And I remember she took him to the Glamour Awards in 2013 as her date, and he rocked up in this. He looked, he looked so cute in this suit, and she got up on stage and paid tribute to him and said that he was the most handsome man in the room. She really relied on Brooklyn, and he.
Adopt labor is invisible until it isn't. What feels natural can become narrative. When you're cast as the Rock, people lean harder, and cracks can spread quietly. Takeaway: if you're the steady shoulder, set limits you can keep. Support is sustainable only when you protect your bandwidth and name your needs. What happens when a private romance walks onto a public stage? Brooklyn meets Nicola at a star-packed Halloween party. Then they go Instagram official. Love story meets follower economy. Notice the shift. Affection becomes content, and content invites commentary. Witnesses multiply.
Brooklyn and Nicola, they met at Leonardo DiCaprio's Halloween party. So I guess you'd have to have some credentials to get in the front door, wouldn't you? They went official on Instagram, which is basically telling the world that they are together and they're delighted that they're together. And
going public creates stakeholders you never met: fans, brands, and the algorithm. Two hearts now manage 3 calendars: yours, theirs, and the feeds. Love scales, scrutiny scales faster. True. Takeaway: if you announce a relationship online, align expectations offline first. Decide together what you share, what you don't, and what happens when pressure spikes. Infatuation compresses time. A ring compresses debate. The proposal moves quickly, and speed becomes a message. Certainty to supporters, red flags to skeptics. Families try to catch up. Timelines don't slow down. Speed signals intent. Fast moves change the room dynamics. Who gets informed? Who gets surprised? Who feels sidelined? Momentum convinces some, alienates others. 2 reactions, 1 choice. Consequences. Takeaway: move fast if you must, but communicate cadence. Tell people what's changing and when, so pace doesn't become the villain of your story. The wedding dress rumor is catchy, but reality tends to be messier than headlines. Creative vision collides with family fashion politics, and taste turns into territory. That's how small choices echo loud. Nuance matters. Adopt a bride's aesthetic meets a brand's identity, and everyone reads loyalty into fabric. That's narrative inflation, meaning added after the fact. Style isn't allegiance, ever. Takeaway: don't fight proxy wars over art and outfits. Separate creative preference from clan politics, or you'll argue symbols instead of solving relationships. Likes slowed, invitations thinned, and the feed felt colder. That's how drift looks online. After the wedding, Brooklyn shows up, but Nicola skips certain family moments. Fans connect dots the family never drew. The absence reads louder than any caption, and the mother-in-law versus daughter-in-law narrative writes itself. Consistency is currency. Silence isn't neutral in a branded family. It's a data point. Don't let optics outrun context. Address patterns before patterns become policy. Takeaway: if your relationship intersects with a public brand, align on minimum appearances and messaging rules so gaps don't get filled by speculation. Then comes a clean snapshot. October 2024. Cloud 23 hot sauce, David's number, a family moment, a product launch. It feels like one last all-in frame before the camera stops finding everyone together. When business and birthdays overlap, calendars become court records. Dates matter. That's the pivot. After a measurable event, each no-show grows heavier. Audiences don't just watch, they tally. Takeaway: tie big family moments to clear expectations. Who's invited, who's attending, and how you'll communicate changes, so a missed event doesn't become a manifesto. A reporter scrolls 2 years and counts 11, 12 missed milestones. Is that intention or just logistics? Patterns inform, but they don't convict. Still, in celebrity ecosystems, absence calcifies into story faster than presence dissolves it. Correlation isn't causation. This is where media literacy matters. Audits reveal shape, not motive. Be cautious when timelines become tribunals. Takeaway: when evaluating any public feud, separate observable data, dates, posts, from inferred motives. Decide only after you've tested alternative explanations. April 12th, 3rd anniversary. No public wishes from the Beckhams. Then a quick Instagram switch. A gift post appears, disappears, reappears, thanking the in-laws. 1 edit, 2 interpretations, gratitude or gentle signal. Edits are messages. When captions change, audiences assume intent. Sometimes they're right. On high surveillance days, words weigh more. Takeaway: before posting on sensitive dates, agree on captions and credits. If you revise, add clarity so the change doesn't become the story. Now, the milestone: David's 50th. Cotswolds party, Bordeaux tasting, Paris dinner. Confirmed invites, confirmed travel, conspicuous absences. Heartbreak follows logistics, as it often does when expectations meet reality. Empty seats echo. This is the moment that hardens feelings. Miss one event, it's a clash. Miss a week, it's a chapter. Takeaway: when you can't attend emotionally critical milestones, communicate early, privately, and directly. Offer an alternative that honors the moment. Then the fishing photos, a serene album with a sharp subtext. Celebrate nature, signal absence, and, in one caption, a public miss you that doubles as a ledger entry. Social media is both scrapbook and scoreboard. Two layers exist. Posts can love one person and label another, intentionally or not. The message lands because the week set the stage. Takeaway: before you post during conflict, ask, does this preserve connection or escalate narrative? If it's both, reframe or keep it private.